What up, though? It's your girl, Bay Bay, and you are now tuned in to Trap House Rocks Radio, eventlevel.com, with the queen, Miss LB, and the king, ZNuff Starr. You already know what it is, fam. Keep it rocking.
Let's go. Hey, shit. On my queen shit. Give me the throne, give me the queen shit.
Trap House Rocks exclusive.
They think I'm a genius. I think it's a bit inconvenient, cause really I'm just being lenient. I figure by now you'd have seen it. But yeah, they want me back on my game, back to attack with the Mac of the name. Cracking the back at them, backing away. Xing them out, ain't no fact of the bay. You thought I was done, bitch? You got me confused with a dumb bitch. My crew in the town and we run this. You mad cause you ain't never done shit. But yeah, I've been on my grind from the beginning, ahead of my time. Like picking a plan and get settled for now, but you end up arriving at 8:45.
Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Sound. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Yeah, I know who this is that said they know my name. Took 100 to the corner store to Poppy, keep the change. Look, crap, why so local? I'm like, why these bros so hopeful? Funny thing that I ain't tripping, bro, but I'm worldwide and they local. They never cross the line, but if they do, they need a passport. Look, run all through my city, I'm the only one they ask for. And they still stuck on my last float, they still pumping my gas though. So all this talk that I'm gassed up, I write queen shit on my tab, bro.
Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Sound. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Sound.
They told me to spaz out, been telling me they've been a bad drought. Been heavily begging me, tweeting me, tagging me, telling me to take the trash out. I stay on the job, dealing with crap. I'm playing the odds, it's hating their eyes. No wasting no waiting, I'm making the time. They stay in their feelings, but stay in their lives. I figured you know this. Oh, you saying I'm on my old shit. You better go study the old hits. That's probably why you never know shit. And if this you fitting, then take it to heart. All of these rappers are breaking my heart. I put it together, you take it apart. I'm taking the trap and I'm making it all.
Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Sound. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Sound. Ring, throne, crown. Ring, throne, crown. Ring, throne, crown.
You're tuned into The Trap.
You're tuned into the Trap House Rocks show.
Miss LB Management.
Blacksterra
063. Eventlevel.com, promoting indie. Indie Republic, we are indie. You're tuned into The Trap.
Don D&T-Y, Ghost and Raekwon, Big Daddy Kane, 91 Nas, 92 Big, yeah, 94 Pop. I cook a whole brick and let my whole...
You are now tuned into another episode of Trap House Rocks. This one right here is an exclusive interview. It's going down tonight. We've got Bay Bay in the building out of New Jersey. You already know my co-host, Miss Greatness. And then we've got Mike Fiore in the building. Ziggy Wisco's not with us tonight. He's a working man now, so he's got to work tonight.
Can I say something really quick, man?
Yes.
I have to tell you, I've been doing radio and stuff like this for a long time. Like, this is the baddest group of people I've ever seen on my computer doing an interview. Like, I'm like intimidated right now.
It's okay. It's okay. We got to let the people know. You see, we all got shades on because we trying to be like Bay Bay. You feel me? You see Bebe right there. But I will tell y'all something. I can't see shit. So I'm going to have to take the shades off, put the glasses back on. Like I said before, we've got Bebe in the building. We thank you so much for taking time out to come here because, you know, you are so busy. We will fill them in on how busy you are. She's not only the queen up there in Jersey, she's unfuckwittable. Bebe, just give them a brief introduction.
You know what I do, man. Hip hop, R&B, everything in between. We out here working so hard, man. We're not even sleeping. I know you guys know who ZNuff Starr is, and that's my right-hand man in all this right now. So we out here grinding every day. Shooting a video, just finishing up an album. So all that's going to be coming very, 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 very soon. Very soon.
Yeah, you don't just do simple videos either. You don't like just grab a camera or your cell phone and film it and walk down the street.
No.
Shit involved here.
That's why she's the queen.
Yeah,
we get deep. This next one's going to be huge. Nimi Hendrix directed it from Secret Society. It's going to be for the single called Threat. And we did a good concept with it, almost like a Kill Bill-ish type of concept with it. And we had a lot of fun. So
I'll tell you what, just so that people know, we're going to watch next, after I tell you this, the Threat promo video that's out there. And we'll tell you where to find it on her Instagram and stuff like that. But I've watched Bebe for almost 6 years. And I've seen you progress so much. It's like, and it never, I mean, you never bring anything weak, ever. Like, it just keeps getting more badder and badder and badder. It's just,
I appreciate that.
Let's watch the promo video, and then we're going to talk about Threat. Okay, let's watch that promo video right now.
Sounds good.
Short clip from the video.
Got enough friends, don't need no more. And everyone ain't can't feed no more. There's no need in being discreet no more. Cause you may deny it, but streets gon' talk. So what you been keeping the secret for?
It really does make me want the whole thing. I want the song, I mean, of course I have the song. You probably hear it tonight, but in this podcast, but it just makes you want more.
Well, see, a lot of artists can't get away with that though, because they think that way, but nobody really does give a fuck and cares to go see it.
Their song don't sound like that.
It's a different story. Now you're pissed.
Their promo didn't look like that. Their song didn't sound like that sounds. That professional, exceptional sound right there. Okay? Tell me about this wardrobe y'all had. I mean, what's going on?
All right, let me tell you. I got this girl, right? She works with a group called Henriassi. It's a fashion line. I go to her for everything custom for all of the videos from now on. Because I feel like as an artist, you gotta evolve. If you don't evolve, what are you doing it for? As a person, as a human, you gotta evolve. You know what I mean? You gotta grow. So I look at my first video where I had one wardrobe the entire fucking video. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, I need custom, I need fur with eyes glowing, and you know, I'm all over the place, but she gets it done every time. So I gotta do a huge shout out to Kat from Henriassi. She's always coming through with the hottest, newest. I'm always getting tweets and like, where'd you get those shoes? Where'd you get that shirt? You know what I mean? So
this day and age, it's a must. I mean, to be honest with you,
really
hip hop is a must. The image is everything too.
And fashion goes so hand in hand with music. You know what I mean?
And you and ZNuff Starr go hand in hand all day long, every day, and y'all's fashion does too.
Yeah, that boy is a fashion killer. That boy is a killer.
I love it.
Yes, he is.
Shout out to ZNuff Starr. You know, he's founder with me right here at Trap House Rocks Radio and Trap House Rock Show. So big shout out to him. Bebe, the Threat song. I know that video's coming. When can we expect the video to actually drop?
I want to say like a week or two.
Week or two? Not
week
while I'm
or
out of
two.
town?
Nah, hopefully not. I'll make sure you get it first though anyway. But yeah, I'm going to give it a week or two. I want to drop the single first, which we'll probably do this week. And then I'll drop the video to follow up. But I'm like so excited myself to see the final edit for this. I'm like so
What
excited.
inspired it? What inspired this concept?
She's a threat.
Well, you know what the problem is? It's like, I feel like being a female in this industry, people are always trying to compare you to other people. And there's always that chick out there or those people out there that are like, I'm better than her, I'm better than them, we're better. And I feel like if you're confident in what you do, and you know what you bring to the table, nobody could ever be a threat to you because nobody could do what you do. You know what I mean? So that's where the whole concept of the song came. Is like a lot of people talking and you know, it's like the streets are small out here. This Jersey, New York scene is way smaller than you think when you get to a certain level. So everything that's said, I hear it. And you know, it's like instead of acting on it or being ignorant or young about it, I put it into my music and I just let my music kind of speak.
Now, is this on an album or EP, this single as well? And has it dropped? What's the name of it and when will it drop?
The full album is going to be my freshman LP, is my debut solo self-titled LP. And that's dropping, I would say mid to end of summer. We're doing the masters right now with Shy Boogs over at So Amazing Studios.
Okay.
So, so we're working hard right now. I'm looking
have you
forward.
worked with those guys before, or is this your first time working with them?
First time working with them.
But before that, did you have like a certain group of people you only worked with? Is it weird transitioning from that?
You know what? I'm such a studio junkie that I do most of the things myself. You know, I get in, I record my own vocals, I mix my own vocals. I get completely hands-on with these projects. This was the first project that I was like, you know what, let me have another person come in and let's really do this the right way, you know, because sometimes you get so numb in the ear after writing the song and writing the melodies and the lyrics and then recording it, and now you're mixing it. By the end, you're like, I'm so done, you know? So this was the first time, and I needed to make sure that I got like the best of the best, because I'm so critical on myself, let alone somebody else touching my music, you know what I mean?
Do you allow a lot of people have opinions, or you just keep
you know what?
Certain people and that's it.
I go to like a handful of people, and only because a lot of people are yes men. So if you go to the wrong group of people, you're gonna be told the wrong information. And I go to people that have once or twice been like, I don't like that, because I trust you more now if you told me you didn't like something in the past.
People say I'm like that a little bit overboard, you know what I'm saying?
No,
but
I'm
telling you the truth, like that's fucked up.
Yeah. I love that about you. That's one of my favorite things is you're the realist. And a lot of these people are afraid to be real. They're afraid. I'm not sure why.
You're setting somebody up for a downfall.
Yeah,
like,
why?
You know, if you tell them a lie.
Yeah, why else would anyone do over 400 radio shows if they didn't love it?
I told a guy today, I told an artist today that has no pictures whatsoever, like, and he's talking about this fancy radio station wanting his summertime single. I said, you're going to embarrass yourself if you send that photo. And I'm not sending it from my email. And he kind of like, well, what you mean? I'm telling you, you're setting yourself up to fuck up.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb.
You're doing him a favor in the long run.
Yeah, I think it's dumb.
I'm the bad guy.
I can't believe kids still do this these days. People still do this. They still give like 30, 40 grand to a radio station to give them a couple spins. I'm like, I can't, people still,
not work.
The hustle still works.
They do it, and they're spinning it at like 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody's even listening. And you know.
That radio scam, the hustle still exists, and people still do it. It's crazy.
Yes. Now, there's another single, though, that we need to talk about that you sent me, and it's called Slay. That's going to be on the album, too?
It's on the album. I'm not sure if it's going to be a single yet, but it is one of Z's favorites. So I told him I would go ahead and send it. It's actually not even the final master, but it's there.
Exclusive.
Yeah, you got the super exclusive on that one.
I'm going to have to take my shades off for that one.
Yeah, got the super exclusive.
Now, that's an MP3 that she did send me, so you'll hear that in the podcast. But now, I have some personal questions for you just to let the people get inside your head a little bit. Let's talk about the women in hip-hop.
Okay.
As far as whether you work in the industry or you're a rapper or singer or a woman, period, in this industry. What do you think it takes for a woman? Do you think it's harder for women to make it than men? And when I say make it, I don't mean make it on TV like you're Jay-Z or fucking Beyonce. I mean make it where you feel like you've made it. You know,
make living off your craft.
Made it somewhat, and you're a professional. What do you think it takes? I mean, you know, really takes.
I think the two main things is confidence and consistency. Because being a woman is a little bit more difficult, because obviously, you're a woman, right? So, you know, the guys it is what it is. We all know how it gets. Yep. But at the end of the day, if you stay true to who you are and you prove time and time again, eventually they really do pay attention, and they look at you different than they would another woman. They look at you as an artist, as a business
look at you woman anymore.
Right. It's completely different. So, I mean, it's not impossible. It is harder. But it's just about, you know, how strong are you to you? You got to have confidence. You got to believe in yourself to make these other guys and girls believe in you. And you got to have consistency. You got to do it time and time and time and time again, because you're going to be told a lot of no's. There's going to be a lot of smirks, a lot of back talk, but you just got to believe in yourself to keep moving, keep doing.
They call me the mean white lady. They don't want to call me, you know, most of the time. And I'm like, listen, I'm very nice, but I'm not going to let you run no fucking game over here. You know what I mean? I ain't with that $30,000 radio fee you're trying to give me.
Everybody on my team gets nervous when I get mad. Everybody. Because
I'm not like with your A&R bullshit. Okay? Right. Because there are no A&Rs. Sit your ass down. Exactly. Take that off of your title. Exactly. I'm an A&R for Def Jam. Sony, you know, this and that. And I'm like, as soon as a person says A&R to me, click or...
You know what, though?
Get the fuck...
You know what, though?
It's just the industry. People have to have some kind of little title. And if they know somebody who knows somebody, and they think they're doing something, and they're really not.
No.
But, you know, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago,
there were.
It was pretty cool when you could say, I have my own record label, man.
Right.
You know,
we're in a different era, though.
Now a lot of people can say that because they're independent, and they do have record labels, and they do sell records. They make their own music. They produce their own music. They make their own videos. They're a record label.
Right.
You know? As far as paying a bunch of artists, that's probably not happening, but records aren't selling. But you still have a label.
Right.
Well, like I've said too, man, when it comes to music, like what's changed for me in the last 25 years till now, because we all made a lot of money selling records back in the day, okay? But the difference now is it's a business. Like, I don't even think about selling records anymore. That's like the last thing I think about. I only think about that the night of live shows. I look at how could you make money other ways with your music and generate leads from it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's how the industry got now. It's like you got to find the behind the scenes, the loophole to even be able to make money. Because if you're depending on your digital sales to make you a millionaire, yeah, good luck with that. Let me know how that works. Yeah.
And I had a group that I worked with a couple of years ago, and we put a single out there on iTunes, and it averaged 80 sales a month for like a year, right? And they were like, man, that's incredible. That's amazing. How do you think about it's $80 a month. Right. How the fuck is that good?
Nothing. Like, you can't live off of that. And that's the difference. There's a lot of artists out there too that do work 9-to-5 jobs. They have a completely separate life on the side, and they do this more, you know, it's their passion, it's their dream, but it's not their full-time dedicated job. They might, you know what I mean? And it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard because sometimes you will find yourself in a place where money is so good, you're like, this is amazing. And sometimes you're like, damn, where's my next dollar gonna come from? Because that's the life of a starving artist, and that's the life of a working independent artist. That's
the life of working in the industry.
Exactly.
Sometimes. I do want to talk about the unfuckwitables. Okay, when you say unfuckwitables, we need to holler out some names right here. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
I mean,
well, it's kind of self-explanatory. You can't fuck with us.
Yeah, exactly. What? No, you already know ZNuff. ZNuff is the king of the unfuckwitables right there. And then we got Miss May, we got Jason Gory, Bad Lungs, and a bunch of others that are involved in it. You know, when you get together with a bunch of people that you really feel of that level, the elite, you know, you can walk around with them into any venue and club and know whether you all jump on stage right now, one person jumps on stage right now, whether we're just hitting the red carpet, we're still gonna all look unfuckwitable. I mean, it gives you that instant confidence, you know what I mean? I love it. I love my team.
I do too. I love all of them. With that being said, I have another clip that I did pull from her Instagram. You guys recently did a performance, okay? And it looked so dope to me because all of you guys were there at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, the parade, right?
Yep, now, Puerto Rican Day Parade, yep.
I want to show that clip, and then we're going to ask her all about it, about the performance that you guys did. Let's watch that short clip right now.
Watching up their minds, I stand up like a Puerto Rican girl. I get it back, so speaking of the love, you know what they say. What's going on in the
The whole crew was there. I was seeing
The
all
whole
of
crew
you.
was there.
How'd you get in a parade?
We was actually asked to perform on the Isla Jules float. So that was super exciting, right? So we all went out and showed love. Obviously, I'm half Puerto Rican and half Sephardic. So to be asked to perform at the New York City, Manhattan Puerto Rican Day Parade was kind of a big deal because I've watched that since I was a kid. So we did the Bronx last year, but it's nothing like Manhattan. You know what I mean? It's like going down Fifth Ave. I was like, yes, let's do it. So no, we went on. I decided to do that song. That's the song that's actually on the next on this album coming up as well, called Dirty Girl, where I get a little freaky on them.
Oh shit!
Yeah. You know how I do. But I had so much fun. The crowd was so receptive. They're screaming the lyrics back, the Boricua Morena back to me, and it was just a fabulous time to see my boys with big smiles on their face looking up at me. It's brilliant. It was a brilliant time. You know, I loved it. I loved the
clip. What, Mike?
I said the energy had to be off the chain.
Oh, it was. You could tell I was turned because they had me turned. Like I was feeding off of them. You know what I mean? The whole time. So I was turned.
Now, you know that when we do the show, we've done Trap House Rock show for almost 6 years. You know what I mean? We just started turning them into podcasts to shows like this. I always ask a money question. Mm-hmm. You know I got one for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to raise the dollars because I was just going to say $1 million. But $1 million is enough to...
She's going to have that soon enough.
Hold on to for a little while, you know? You can make some money off that money. If you know what you're doing, you can flip that money.
Hell yeah.
When you have big money, you can flip money. It's hard to flip small money, but anyway.
That's right.
It's another level. So let's take it up to 5 million, 10, just 10. Give her fucking 10. $10 million.
Let's do it.
You got to do something. I don't know how many people the Barclays Center holds out there in Brooklyn. How many?
30?
How many? You think? It's big, right? You've got to be the main act at that place. Okay, and you have to do a 10-song set. Got to dance the whole time, but you're completely naked.
Oh shit, son.
10 million. Because you know it's hitting those blogs, it's hitting.
You got to do your act completely the way you would do it as you were fully dressed.
You know what? One thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm super comfortable with my body.
Okay.
And and I got a badass body, if you see it. So, but I don't think I would do it. Why? Because we know we grinding. That 10 million is gonna come one way or another. That shit gonna come. It's gonna come. Me and ZNuff gonna make that. Me and Miss LB gonna make that. But can I get my dignity back after I'm naked in front of 30,000 people?
It's not just them, because it's hitting all
in the
over
world.
Everybody's cell phones recording. Like, you see this?
Yeah, but you know what though? If your body's banging, it really we ain't gonna remember nothing but that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and that's another thing. Selling your soul for money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who do that.
You know what's the messed up? I could have already been on if I wanted to do that. You know what I mean? I would have already been way different level right now if I was willing to do that. Because that opportunity has come to all of our doors so many times. You know what I mean?
Listen, how you think Madonna made it?
There you go.
She did the complete opposite of you.
What about Kim Kardashian? That's all she did.
Exactly. A lot of these.
There's a lot of people who do that. That's what they do, but you know.
And I respect their grind. If it's you, if you could sleep at night after you do it, man, power to you, girl. Get that money. You know what I mean?
I say if someone's dumb enough to give me $10 million to do that, I'm going to take their fucking money. If someone's dumb enough to give me $10 million, I'm going to hand it out to all kinds of people, man. You know?
Take the friends right back.
Now, I know that before I pick your brain a little bit more, I know that Greatness and Mike probably have some questions for you. Mike, you want to go first?
I mean, I wasn't ready for that, but yeah, I mean, I have a lot of questions.
Say you go.
Well, I have a lot of questions because
I'm just messing with you, Mike.
I actually love this job because, you know, I get to interview and
Anything could happen.
with some of my favorite artists, and to me, Shabam is my favorite male rapper. And no offense to anybody else, he's just my favorite. Don't mean I don't love you too, but And Bebe, you're my favorite female artist. So to me,
you.
I love being in this position to find out a little bit more about them. But you know, at the end of the day, how did you? Because I've watched some of your earlier stuff. How did you transform into where you are now? Because it's a big difference from here to now.
Huge difference. You know what?
You wish that shit was gone offline, or are you happy it's there? You know
I
what
left it on purpose. Just
to see the progression.
That's
I mean,
right.
you can
Watch
look
my
back.
evolution. That's right. Watch the timeline.
When I go back and look at Young Dirts, I'm like, you see this?
That's
the
right.
video that we homemade in my house with this little camera is still on YouTube now.
Hell yeah, and I love Dirt New Song too. Z was bumping it the other day. That shit is so fire.
You're talking about the coffee and
yes, that shit is so fire.
Is that called
Maybe
I don't want no
coffee.
sugar in my coffee.
Yeah,
Black
exactly.
something.
Exactly.
Black coffee, I think. But yeah,
Love
big
that
shout out to Young Dirt. He's got a new mixtape out. Go check that out. That Piff. It just dropped yesterday. But with that being said, your old stuff being out there just shows the progression.
It shows the evolution of the artist. Like I said before, you know, it's like I've come a long way, but it's been a natural evolution. You get to a point where it's like you have so many people telling you what to do as a female, how to dress, how to act, how to talk, how to this, that you get rebellious. Like, fuck that. I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing what I want. It almost hinders your evolution because something that you would have done naturally on your own, you're now rebelling against because they're telling you to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like you get to that point, and I got to that point as a woman that I was like, you know what? I'm going to be who I am. Fuck what they told me. I don't care if it's the same thing they told me, something different that they told me. If I want to do it and I feel comfortable with it, then I'm going to do it. So I feel like that's how the natural evolution has occurred. I've had less people trying to tell me what to do and more people just letting me do me. You know what I mean?
But even the stuff you did back then, yeah, when I said, have you want to take it down or whatever, you wish it was there. But to me, you might not have been at the same place then as you are now, but you still were in the right frame of mind then.
She could spit.
You know what I mean? So you were still passionate and all that stuff. It just
all of it.
You grew and it just became better. Is all.
That's right.
Now we have Miss Greatness here. She's up there in Michigan. You got a question from Miss Bebe?
Yes, Bebe. Every time I see you, you got a different look. Your hair changes like mine.
He loves
I just
hair.
want to know, who does your hair? Like, do you go to the shop, or you know what I'm saying? You got somebody that just hooks you up.
You know what? I got a couple of great friends that always pull through for me and make it happen. And we'll go to the hair store for hours and look around and figure out what I want to do and try on some wigs and see what colors I like and all that extra stuff. So, you know, it was a good transition from the red to the purple. I feel like with the red, I feel like I was red before a lot of people were, and then a lot of people kind of adapted and grew, which is fine, which is natural. But it was like
I'm going to this next.
Yeah. But you know, it's like after that, you know, it's like let me do something different, you know. So I like to change and continue to grow, like physically, visually, musically, all of those ways. But yeah, I definitely have a couple of good friends that always pull through with the hair. They're definitely hairdressers, so I leave it to the professional.
Yes. Me too, girl.
Yeah, but they'll come to the crib and they'll make a couple of house calls for me if I need a couple of touch-ups. So I got them.
What's up.
Well, I liked what LB said earlier because I didn't get to touch on it, but it's true. Like watching you grow, you know, like I came into Shabam's career a little bit late. He already done all that, right? So I came in later, and I'm coming to your career where it's been very enjoyable watching you grow because you know you can see where you're going. So it's been very enjoyable watching that. Like, I'm not expecting anything else but success. You know what I mean? Out of you just because of the way you move. You know, so I love watching the journey.
Yeah.
I love watching it. You know,
this can't go anywhere but up. Remember, I said that, Miss LB. Now I want to pick your brain a little bit more. It's a big year, okay, as far as the election is concerned. Okay, for the president of the United States of America. Tell us what you think about any candidate or candidates, you know, so far that's been in the election or they're out now, or
I plead the fifth on all of them. Because you know what? My mama told me if I don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Yeah, so I'm going to plead the fifth on that. I try to stay out of politics. I feel like I'm very nervous for where we are right now. That's what I'll say. I'm very scared.
Me too. I don't even want to say who I will vote for if I'll vote at all, but do you think our votes count actually or no?
No, I don't. I've heard plenty of people, you know, argue that with me and get into it, but I don't see the point right this second. I don't see the point, you know.
Another
I'm more afraid
subject.
of my aunt when she's mad than I am anyone getting elected.
Another subject is what I want to ask you about. My state where I live in, you know, we're having some shit going on right now. I mean, you know, a lot of money has been taken away from North Carolina because of this new law or whatever that they're not down with. Okay, it's the bathrooms for the transgender people. How do you feel about that? Do you think they should have their own bathroom or nah? Just keep.
You know what? I think it's a touchy subject. I completely support the LGBT community 100%. I think it's a touchy subject, and it's very new. You know, it's very new. I'm not sure which way I think they should go with it. I feel like they need to do something, but to build a whole new bathroom, I'm not sure. I really don't want to weigh in one way or the other. I know that I do support them 100% and their struggles and their life, but. We're in a new place right now with this. It's a new place. I mean, when we were kids, when I was a kid, being gay was so taboo. Like, you know what I mean?
I was born in the 60s. That was real taboo, man.
And it's like even still, I hang out with so many lesbians and gay men and even transgender people, and to see the looks that they still get to this day. So sometimes I feel as if everything in its time, right? I mean, the gay and lesbian people just now they can marry and other things, and that's great, and I love that. Equality is key, but everything in its time. Same way we wouldn't want them shoving things down our throat, we shouldn't be shoving things down their throat. I feel like everything in its time at its own pace. You can't rush progression sometimes. It has to happen naturally.
As you see, it's progressed through the years, so it will.
It will.
I don't think they should have said anything, because at the end of the day, by them bringing it up, now people are, that's when the
nobody was talking about which bathroom they should go in. And all of a sudden,
right.
This law.
If a transgender wants to go to the bathroom, it shouldn't be that we just go to the bathroom. I don't give a fuck which bathroom you pick. Take one.
What are we doing in the bathroom? We're peeing, right? I mean, like, go to the bathroom and leave. You know what I mean? Pick a bathroom. That's how you know what I mean? It's like, pick a bathroom. If that's the bathroom you feel comfortable, as long as you're not in there doing nothing crazy, those people should be gone anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's got an extremist. People look at people and they judge them based off their extreme group, whether it be Muslim, this, that, or the third. Everybody's always judging them based off this many people in this big of a, you know what I mean? And it's to me, you can't do that. You can't, Now, I'm sure that all you people out there watching are going to go check out Bebe. We'll tell you how to get to her in a minute. But I do have a comment from our producer here, and I'm just going to read it straight from Cyber Narcotics, okay? He said, please mention her lyrical capability and delivery. Only a handful of hip-hop artists can rhyme at her level. It's super technical. So, all you people watching, you heard it first from Cyber Narcotics. You'll hear it when you go to her pages and all her channels and everything she has.
And that's true, though. What's the writing process for Bebe?
I don't write these days. It kind of just comes to the thought process, and then I'm lucky enough to have a studio at hand at all times, so I just kind of go in and record immediately. I've gotten to that level, and thank God. In the beginning, I wrote, but I would always hear a melody I would hear like a melody, even for hip hop, and then I would fill in the words according to what I wanted to say. And I'd always read it through as if I'm reading a paragraph or something like that to make sure that it's, got continuity all the way through. It makes sense. I'm not questioning myself. But now I've gotten to a point where, I just start to freestyle these words in my head, and then I kind of just record them, and then you guys hear the final product when it's mixed.
It's off the chain. Everything she has. Right now, before we let you go, I want you to make sure that they know how to find you. Where do they buy the music? Where do they follow you? Tell them how to get to you.
Okay, you got it. B3B3 Music, everythingeverywhere.com, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. Anything that you can find me on is going to be under B3B3 Music. If you look that up in iTunes, Google Play, all of those things, I'm there. Find me, reach out, message me in the inbox, tell me what you like, what you don't like. I'll message you back. Let's chat about it.
Well, that was one thing I did want to say, because I've turned your music on to some people that I know, right? And that was one of the questions. They're like, BB,
Baby.
B3. What is it? You know, that's how do you
I get it
past
all
this?
the time. Oh no,
Yeah.
you know what? I've learned to just not get mad because I can't get mad when I spell my name with 3s, right? It's kind of my fault at that point.
But it is enjoyable watching for the people home. Watch the progression of any artist, not just Baby. Follow any artist who is serious about their craft and working hard, and you'll see some amazing things. You know,
That's
at
right.
the end of the day.
Now, I know you said that you have, tell them again who is producing the album.
Production on the album is done by a couple of different people. We got Shy Boogs on production.
Okay.
We got Boogie Music on production. We got AD from the Allies out of Canada on production. Jamie Goss out of Ireland on production. Grand's Music from New York. And then I co-produced the whole album.
Nice.
So,
I put my shades back on while we're waiting on ZNuff Starr so I can be like you guys.
yeah, I'm very hands-on with it, you know? So I like to add input to the production as well as just the other parts of the song, you know what I mean?
And you touched down on something earlier that I enjoyed too, because I've been kind of talking with one of my artists the same way. Is like, because he's always played most of the instruments on the record. He's recorded himself, mixed it, you know, and he's so young. I would love to see him work with somebody who's been around and has success in this business. And because there's just one little thing he's missing. I think that might be it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I always love when people give up that because he's so possessive and he's great at it.
It's
Everything is
control. It's
incredible.
having control. Every artist wants to
Right.
have. That's my baby. Like, you know what I mean? I have no kids. That is my baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you're touching on my baby. Like, you're not feeding her right. You're not changing her right. You know what I mean? That's how we feel as artists. So it takes a minute to get comfortable with somebody playing with your baby, essentially.
Now,
How did you come up with Bebe?
Bebe was given to me a long time ago. They used to call. I hung out with a lot of real G's. You know what I mean? That did some real things. Probably why me and Z got along so well when we first met, growing up. You know, and they used to call me Baby Gangsta, and that grew to Bebe Gambino. And then as I got older, I dropped the Gambino and I just kept Bebe. So that was the evolution. But yeah, I was given that name like 9 years old.
That's hot, man.
Well,
That's great.
Baby,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you a question, you know what I'm saying, before I give the floor to ZNuff Starr.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it hard for you.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, this is in the entire time of hip hop, like of all time, dead or alive, top 5 MCs. You can only have 5. Who are they?
Woo! All right. I'm gonna start with Tupac.
Okay, number 1, Tupac.
Number 1 is gonna be Tupac. Number 2 for me is gonna be Lauryn Hill,
All right.
for sure. After that, it gets a little bit more difficult. But I would say Big Daddy Kane is one of the best.
I
Just because
totally
he's-
agree.
Yeah, he's the pioneer for a lot of people's styles. I'm a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan.
Okay.
Huge. What they said and the way they said it, different, unique. I love their style. This man right there, the fresh one with the pink hat. I'm not even gonna front. He's one of my favorite lyricists to date, dead or alive. The way he puts together words, he's a wordsmith, man. I love him for that.
I totally agree with all of your choices. Totally agree. With that being said, ZNuff Starr just joined us for this episode, and I told Baby, I said, you know, I've got to have the people hear from ZNuff Starr. Who is Bebe? What is Bebe? Where do you see Bebe in 5 years? You know, before we let you get up out of here, we got to hear from ZNuff Starr.
That gets super deep, man, because you know, I get to see it all. I got to see it, you know, go from where it was to where it is right now. And from the jump, I was a fan, so I don't want nobody to ever get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody has to be super captivating for me to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like a total package. And first show I seen ever. You know what I mean? I was totally locked in. I seen the whole vision of what was really gonna happen with her. You know what I mean? Whether she was rocking with me or not, I kind of was like, man, this chick is gonna be out of this world. Let the right motherfucker see this shit right now. You know? And moving up to speed, really where I see her in the next 5 years, like at the top of the charts, controlling the charts. You know what I mean? Being one of those international artists who, for some it may seem like overnight, but It's been a super journey. It's been a super journey, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been busting it up for a minute. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people got to see and hear what the journey really was like. You know what I mean? Real rap, and
that's the most enjoyable part for me is watching it. Then
Say
sit
that.
back and watch
And
it.
the best part for me are the times that I've got to, party with you guys in person.
I mean, say that.
Yeah.
Real rap. If you go back a little bit, when me and her first met like that, within 2 or 3 days after that, man, we were like trapped out. Baby joints. Miss LB was definitely.
Yep, right away.
And it's kind of been a roller coaster ride ever since. Me and you talking to like me and Shorty Double I, you know what I mean? Like we move like that, you know what I mean? So the music is what's super dope right now is inspiring to be inspired, right? Like I really, really got to hear the album like from like an executive, perspective with Music Heaven Records. Like all of us, Jay Gray's in the studio working on his project, Bebe was working on her project and just going in. So it was like when we got to listen, it was like Hip Hop, this CD is for you, and Marker and these 10 songs, and I'm like, man, does she even know what the fuck is really about to happen? So being super proud of that and seeing that, really, really come to life. And this is just the beginning, man. Like I said before, when Pay Homage dropped, it was meant for her to pay homage to the queens and then knock niggas' heads the fuck.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This is the part of that. You know what I mean? This is the part of that. There's so many singles that I'll be like leaking little, sneak previews of, when I'm riding around or when I'm with some, pioneer that I love, and I'm giving them the new music because, we break the new music here first, the track, 103.7, the beat, gems and all of that. But we started here. This is the home of the Trap House Rocks, eventlevel.com, man. So it's like when I get to really feel these records, man, I like to sit and ride with them. I like to get up and take showers to them. I like to have, I like to put music with scenarios and times. I like music to be my soundtrack. So if it's not really a project that moves me or, an artist that moves me, I can't get that. When I hear all the songs that's on this self-titled album, you see the visuals. I think that it was very important for artists to get back to that, and she nailed it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait for the video. I'm dying right now. That little promo clip just gave me enough to be pissed off.
I think the hardest thing to accomplish in music, really, to be honest with you, is not to just put out a good record and it's great for like a month. A great record, the hardest thing to pull off is something that still sounds the same years down the road. That you can still, like those old Beatles tracks or whatever it was, that you could just keep bumping and bumping and bumping and you never get old, man. That's the hardest thing in music to accomplish,
I mean, this one thing that I will say, man, is I'm extremely proud because we were kind of like the underdogs, all of us, Trap House Rocks, almost every, guy and girl in this chat, every artist that we've been pushing, for years. And now I feel like it's total victory with this Music Heaven Records movement, with the Trap House Rocks movement, where we're going, you know what I'm saying? But this project, man, I'm estimating once we really, really get going, I'm estimating like double platinum, triple platinum. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel you guys have no idea, man. So I'm super excited. I get goosebumps right now. We'll rap.
I can't imagine you doing anything and saying, that'd be cool if it went gold.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even.
Your thoughts are platinum all the time.
Word. And
Where do you see Bebe in 5 years, Z? Like, as far as, I mean, I know you said, she'll be known internationally, globally and everything, but do you see her being like, not just unfuckwittable, but like untouchable, like that type of famous?
I mean, you're talking to a brother who already feel like,
I know.
already feel like she untouchable. I'm not leaving her side no time soon in this whole movement. Where I see her in the next.
I mean, like you can't call and get straight to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere else.
That like that though. That's what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing entertainment back, the highlights back. You know, the seeing the artist and really being in awe and being personable with people. You should see her out here with the kids. We just did a huge event with the Kids Peace Team. That was awesome. The night before that, you know what I mean? We're from filming to music. She's captivating, but being true at its true form, not doing things for, you know, the likes or for people to, you know, kind of push the, you know, how people doing it, running for president. You know, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. But it's all cut and dry, it's all real shit. So, you know, anything that she's sitting here telling you about from her stories is crazy, but it's in the music. But her being a gangster was so, you know what I mean? And it was like, I had to try to, you know how long it took me to try to soften her up just because she was such a G.
You don't move like us, we don't fuck with you.
That's it. That's it.
Now, ZNuff,
definitely see her married and some kids and all that, and on her like 7th album, because that's how we really move. I really feel like we're gonna bang out, like she's gonna do like 5 albums, and then we probably take a little breather, move with the families overseas for a little bit or something. Real rap. But we definitely bring entertainment back. B3B3, the album, like, if you
the cover is sick. Okay,
thank you.
Please, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things, and I want to talk about shit real briefly, because there was a lot of things that I felt we kind of, you know, Jazzy Joyce would tell me slow my roll right now, like cool out, bro. But there was a lot of things I felt like we kind of ignited the fire on. We pressed the buttons on females in hip hop to the maximum with Miss LB, with greatness, with, you know, even pushing what's shorty name again? I always forget right now. From the West Coast. Come on, cuz. Shorty, we used to break her records all the time.
West Coast,
Snow, pushing Snow, pushing, you know, Mala Reigns, pushing all, like, Trap House Rocks. We've been about that females hip hop movement. You feel me?
We've had a lot of females on this show.
But when we got on that shit, that Pay Homage shit, and Baby was really trying to, you know what? Let's take a little step back to you know, let these people know that I'm really about this music thing. I'm really about this hip hop. I really am hip hop. Because I think some people think a lot of people that they don't know about are like gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? When they first see them. Oh, I don't know this person. Because in hip hop music, man, we see gimmicks all day.
Oh, yes.
All the time.
She is a legendary, prolific writer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we say we're gonna collect the Grammys and all that, but we want to go to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as some of the dopest writers, man, period. You know what I mean? And I think she's a very epic writer, man. Like, so look forward to what's going to happen in the next 5 years, the changing of the season, the reshaping the culture, but just being natural. You know what I mean? Of course,
I said it about a month or so ago. I said about 2 months ago, I said, you know, watch her, because I believe within the next year, because the way your grind has been going and how it's been progressing, I can kind of see how long.
I would say, I'm not going to say that no more, like, in the next year. Nigga, we fucking just blazing the Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Mazis everywhere. We're not playing no more. Yeah. So it's like, you know, anybody who thought anything different right now the respect level has to go up. The dudes have been paid. Now, you know, lay out the red carpet, take some more pictures, and keep that shit on repeat and blast. Factual. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is uncivilized, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's go back for a second. Tell them where to find Pay Homage, because see, they need to hear that before this other, you know what I'm saying, album drop. If they don't know Baby, they need to hear that first.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so many things out. The Queen shit is out. All those things is out. But what you need to be prepared for right now, if you don't got those things right now, you can go back to that and go get that. Cool.
Threat.
But this threat shit coming, man.
Oh,
and you ain't never been no threat to B3.
But one thing I've got to do, okay, that I want ZNuff Starr to speak on before we let Bebe get up out of here.
Yeah.
She sent me an exclusive that's not even mastered yet. You feel me? Yeah. And instead of Bebe telling me, we'll let her say a little something about it. But on the way out of here, we're going to hear the Slave track.
I love this record. You know, I get all kind of visions of this record, but I know when the sold out crowd come, like, this record gonna drive them crazy. You know what I mean? This one of those really I wish we could have what's my man name, man? I used to play with Guns N' Roses. Get a solo on this.
Word.
Like, you know, something like that. Yeah, something Slash.
Or Melly, you know?
Word. You know,
yeah.
At least the new Slash, man.
Melly on a guitar solo, maybe. But let's hear what Bebe has to say about Slay before we let her give some shout-outs before we hear the track and get up out of here tonight.
Slay is simple, right? So basically, I don't care what they say, I slay.
Okay.
Period, right?
Period.
Which means keep that confidence. Make sure you believe in yourself. I'm always preaching confidence. Confidence is the key to so many things, especially for women and young women. Confidence is the key to so many things. So I don't care what they say, I slay means fuck what you think. I'm the shit.
I like how y'all all got on y'all blinders because B3 got on her blinders.
Right, I told him when we came on, we trying to be like Bebe up in here.
They killing it. They slaying up in here right now. They slaying.
Let me get space age because when the Slay come on, you
might get right.
Might need to be space age.
I had mine off.
Now, before we leave, Bebe, I want to thank you so much for taking time out, you and ZNuff Starr, because you guys are super busy right now. But before we hear the Slay track and let you go, give those shout outs to the people.
Look, a shout out to all my fans, all the people that support, believe, go out, watch the videos, buy the music, post, tell me what they think, share, retweet, all that. Shout out to you guys. You guys have been supporting me since I met you guys, since we were connected. I love you guys for that, for real, for real. You always putting on for the underdog, for the up and coming, and that's really what matters. That's what counts. That's what's next. Shout out to ZNuff and all the unfuckwittables, Jason Gory, Miss May, all of y'all. I love y'all. I mean, the love is so real right now. I got nothing but love in my heart. And it's a beautiful time to be alive. And I'm just very, very grateful for this position that I'm in. And a huge shout out to Just Blaze as well for coming through and showing that support to come to the video and really take his time. He's a busy man. So that was super, super appreciated. You know, there's a lot of people that are on the team right now working with us. And I love all y'all, for real, for real.
Check out B3B3 Music everywhere. The website, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. B3B3 Music. Here's an exclusive record that's going to be on the album. It's called Slay. Thank you for watching.
Slay.
What up, though? It's your girl, Bay, and you are now tuned in to Trap House Rocks Radio. EventLevel.com with the Queen, Miss LB, and the King, ZNuff Starr. You already know what it is, fam. Keep them rocking.
Blackster rock.
I don't care what they say, I slay. Don't care what they say, I slay. I don't care what they say, I slay. Don't care what they say, I slay. I don't care what they say, I slay.
Trap House Rocks exclusive.
Bitch, I slay like a motherfucking buff. Either hating or they motherfucking love me. All the girls and the boys won't fuck me. Putting hands in my pants out Monday. Got my jewels on, feel like Liberace. Got my gown on, rockin' Henry Lassie. It's going down like a fucking kamikaze. Got my mask on, somebody stop me. This is the city, and you know we further. They say I'm pretty, I be saying word. This to the max, ain't no way to turn up. Me not fly, girl, that's never heard of. I be getting money like a motherfucking bag. Marijuana syrup in my motherfucking dress. I be doing things that a motherfucking cat. Corset tight, I think I myself a dream what they say. Don't care what they say, I say. I don't care what they say, I say. Don't care what they say, I say. I don't care what they say, I say. Bitch, I slay it like I'm bumping heavy metal. Never settle. At the Tonight Show, looking better than Jay Leno. Stay tripping. All the New York and Jay with me, I stay booking. All that I ask is I'm paid quickly, and you better have the dodo. Cause no dough is a no-go, no logo, no photo. I should be asking for modo. When if Joe Schmo got a problem, he can take it up with Zip. And it ain't LeBron Cole getting mobbed by TMZ. I'm a beast with the custom, H on the label. Drive them all crazy, I leave them unstable. Pennies in a bunch and they keepins all tangled. Every day's a movie, we don't even need cable. Mama told me daddy told her I I was born with greatness. So every time I slay shit like it's a celebration. And bitch, I get it fitted to that body like a glove. Shit, the way I kill it, they be crying like a dog. Play. Don't care what they say, I say. I don't care what they say, I say.
You're tuned into the Trap House Rocks Show.
Don't care what they say, I say.
Miss LB Management.
Blocks the rock.
I don't care what they say, I say.
063. Eventlevel.com. Promoting indie. Indie Republic. We are indie.